Hey, just wanted to send out a quick video with an update on the market. The housing market is getting better. There's a lot of things that are starting to really improve that are helping home buyers. So right now, as of recording this, we're sitting just over 3,600 listings on the WFR, the Wasatch Front Regional listing service. So that's a really good number, considering just a few months ago we were at about just under 2,000 listings. So that just means there's more inventory that's coming up for sale, which means that it's not so crazy aggressive. Now, there's still a lot of home buyers. There's still more people looking to buy a home than there are that are looking to sell a home, but those ratios are getting a little more in line, which is helpful, which means instead of trying to make an offer and competing against 10 or 20 people, you're only going to have, seeing a lot of situations where they're the only offer, or maybe there's only 3 or 4 offers, so it's not as nuts. So that's a really good thing for looking at buying a home and seeing the market normalize. Even for selling a home, it's a normal market is good. You're not getting ridiculous offers and worrying if something's actually going to go through, because you get a couple really strong offers and take your pick of the one you prefer. Interest rates are also holding out really well right now, and so they're just above the lowest points that we saw last year when the market really dropped down on interest rates. We're just above that and been really sitting steady. There's not a lot of volatility. There's been a few days where things have moved around. We saw earlier this year rates went up significantly, and then they've settled back down a little bit. So overall, they're doing really good, which is helpful to keep those payments really affordable. Even with home prices going up, those interest rates being low helps a monthly payment to be really affordable. And then another thing that's starting to happen that we're seeing is guidelines are loosening up. So for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, USDA, all these different entities that are issuing guidelines that have to be followed for qualifying for a mortgage, they're starting to relax a little bit and get a little more realistic. An example is the calculation for student loan payments. So if you have a student loan and you're not making payments on it, it's in deferment right now, then we have to typically use a 1% calculation of the balance. So if you owed $10,000 on a student loan, we would have to use $100 a month as a monthly payment and deduct that number from what you would have been able to qualify for on a mortgage payment. Now they're starting to shift and loosen up, be a little more realistic with something like that, where we only have to go off of 0.5%. So that gives you a little more buying power and loosens things up. And we're starting to see that across the board, where there's more flexibility that's realistic, not the crazy flexibility that we saw back in pre-2007, but some realistic stuff where we're still documenting everything, still validating everything, but we're starting to see things get a little more loose and not as crazy tight. Whereas for a lot of people that deserve to be qualifying, it's making a little more sense and giving them a little more flexibility and options. So, anyways, a couple really good things that are happening for the housing market here in Utah. So, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to set up a time to have a one-on-one discussion in detail about your situation or what's going on, feel free to reach out, let me know. Just hit reply to this, and we'll set up a time to do that and answer any questions that I can help with. I'll talk to you soon.